3, 2, 1, 0.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What is up, Big 12? It is Kansas night. It is Tuesday, and that can only mean one thing. It's the biggest 12 here with me, your host, Clint Foster. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Super Tuesday to all who celebrate. Happy belated Texas Independence Day. I mean, there is so much going on now. It's a great time. We've Kansasified the color scheme here. It's all Jayhawks, all as long as this goes. And, just right here before a huge sunflower showdown on the court. I don't even know if that's technically what you call it when it's on the court, but we'll break down all of that. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe at Big 12 VOCFB. There it is right there. That's the thing that you want to share with all your friends and family. You want to knock on doors. You want to print out pamphlets. You want to drop them from an airplane if you've got it, right? We're trying to grow the show, make this thing into the phenomenon that it deserves to be. So without further ado, let me go ahead and welcome in our two guests for this special Kansas episode. You know them, you love them, probably from Twitter. If you spend any time, if you're as terminally online as I am, I've got Brittany Rose and Austin Eckert. Austin coming to us from the fog. Folks, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me, Clint. It's good to see you.
You got that nice live basketball atmosphere echo going on. It's perfect.
Yeah, you sound like an announcer on TV.
Well, I'm about to be one here in about 2 hours, so I'm looking forward to it.
Exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff. So y'all ready to talk some Kansas football? This is a football-specific show.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So I'll just get this thing rolling, right? I'm going to start this show the same way that I've started every other one. We'll talk some Kansas football last year, next year, and then we'll play a little game, have some fun. If y'all had to assign a letter grade to Kansas's football season last year, what grade would you give the Jayhawks?
Ooh. I'm going to give it a B because they did decent. They did better than they have in the past. There's still improvements to be made, but it's a drastic improvement from previous seasons.
Yeah, for me, I'd give them an A. I mean, first 9-win season since, that's the first time we've had, that many wins since, I don't even know the last time we had a 9-win season, but, that's the most wins that we've had in a season since 2007, or I believe 08. I think we only won 8 games in 08, but, just with everything that we went through that season, losing Jalen and seeing Jason and Cole Ballard step up. I thought we looked good all season long, despite the losses that we had. I would give this an A.
I tend to agree with you, Austin. Brittany, why the B? Why are you dogging on the Hawks?
It's not a B because I don't think that they're great. It's I'm holding that A out for perfection, right? That A is going to go to the Big 12 championship team. So I'd like to see them get that A next year.
Fair enough. But I think what Austin's saying relative to expectations, you factor in another Jalen Daniels injury. There's a couple games that really got away from you that just you were so close with Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and Kansas State. Obviously would have loved to have gotten that one. Me and Austin were both drinking the blue and red Kool-Aid before that game. I had him on the show. I feel like if I'm a Kansas fan, I am overwhelmed with just like positive vibes and excitement about the future of this football program. You got one of the best coaches in the Big 12. I think it's very fair to say.
Yeah, definitely. And the fact that they've retained him, even with all the coaching carousel changes, is impressive. So I think that with keeping the coach the same and being able to improve over a period of time, I think that they have the potential to be a championship team.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that. What was the high point of the season last year?
Beating Oklahoma. I think so. That was our best game of the season, and we hadn't beaten Oklahoma, I think, since 1997. It was the last game that we got to play against them before they head on over to the SEC. There were a lot of high points during the season other than that. But the bowl win was also really, really special, given that we hadn't won a bowl game in forever.
Yeah, winning the bowl game too. What do you think, Brittany?
I tend to agree with Austin. The bowl game was fun. Playing at UNLV, that'll be fun. Getting to play them next year too. And then as well as, yeah, like you mentioned, OU, I mean, internal scoreboard, right? They're going to the SEC. So having that win over them before they leave is huge.
Yeah, y'all were lucky to get at least one of those. There's a lot of us that were really wanting that internal scoreboard against Texas. Didn't get it. One of the external scoreboard against Oklahoma, didn't get it. But yeah, you at least got the one over OU. What to y'all was the low point? What was the thing that you're just like, for you, Brittany, it's like this is really keeping it from being a B plus. For you, Austin, what was the low point of the season?
Probably losing to Kansas State. Probably. I mean, the three other losses that we had were bad, but I think losing to Kansas State, just with the way that game went, and Clint, I told you this right before the game. I said that KU was going to win 31-27. What happened? Oh, all right. Good to see you. Sorry, that's my broadcasting partner. He was telling me he was going to leave for a little bit, but I told you, Clint, that we were going to win that game 31-27. What happened? We lost 31-27, and I'm like, oh my god. It was horrible. I mean, Chris Miller, had the drop pick six. I believe Trevor Wilson had that muff punt too. We just had so many opportunities to win that game, and it slipped away from us.
Yeah, I mean, the Kansas State game was definitely a heartbreaker if you're going for that as a low point. It was reachable, which is I can't decide what's worse, whether you get blown out or whether something's reachable and you still come up short and you look back at the mistakes that might have been made or the things that you didn't take the opportunity to do to get that win. So that one was definitely a low point on the heartbreaker side. I was at a wedding during the Oklahoma State game, and I was a bridesmaid, and one of the other bridesmaids is an Oklahoma State alumni. And so she leaned over and was like, Pokes win in the middle of nowhere. And so that's how I found out about that game. So that was also a little bit of a heartbreaker for me.
That might be one of the worst stories I've ever heard. Ever. Just all around. It's just
it was not fun. It was not fun. And the bride and groom are Nebraska and Mizzou fans. So yeah, it was just everybody.
Did they hate you? Like, why did they do this? Why did any of this happen? Like, see, so in Texas, most fall weddings are illegal, so like we don't even have to worry about that sort of thing. But like, I mean, oh my gosh, that's next level. I mean, okay, so we mentioned Jalen Daniels. I mean, he's the star. He's who everyone's excited about. If he can stay healthy, I feel like sky's the limit. What other reasons do y'all have to be very excited and optimistic about Kansas football moving forward?
I think just the consistency with being able to retain our coach and being able to retain, the coaching staff. I mean, that's a huge, and it also helps bring in recruits because they want to work under a coach who's going to stay, right? They want to work under a program that shows commitment and consistency. So I think, regardless of how this next season goes, it'll continue to improve year over year as we bring in more and more people.
Yeah, I mean, keeping Leipold here was obviously the first step. I'm really excited about, Devin Neal coming back. The dude has 745 rushing yards until he becomes the all-time leading rusher for the Jayhawks. So he only needs 745 yards to reach that milestone. So he's going to have a big year. And then we've got our top three receivers coming back next year: Quentin Skinner, Lawrence Arnold, and Luke Grimm. Honestly, those guys had a fantastic performance to close out the season in the bowl game. So I'm really excited just about the fact that we've got most of our guys on offense coming back this year. And, even though we're losing some guys on defense, I'm still optimistic about our defense next year. I think, throughout the past 3 years, I've noticed we've gotten progressively better, and Brian Borland's doing an amazing job. And as long as we continue to do what we're doing on defense, I think we're going to be fine.
I had no idea Neil was so close to the record. I'm assuming that's Gail Sayers' record.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
It's not like there's not an extensive list of like incredible Kansas State running backs. So I would assume it's this.
Well, I believe it's Gil Sayers and then another dude and then James Sims. If you know who James Sims is, he was the running back for the Jayhawks back in like 2013, 2014. He was actually underrated. He wasn't bad at all. So, but yeah, he's not far away from that milestone. And, it's gonna be a fun year for him.
Is that the guy who did crimes, or was that in like 2017?
I don't even know.
He was a running back that like I don't remember. There was a guy, I can't remember his name. Anyway, was it Puka Williams? Maybe no, that's done.
Yeah, it might have been Puka. I think I don't know what he did. I forgot, but he was really good.
We've all had him. There's no shame in it. No shame in it at all. Okay, so what are y'all's thoughts on the new look Big 12? This is something that, I mean, Brittany, it's your first time on the show. Austin, I don't think we've talked about it yet. These 4 new members we got coming in. I mean, what's the vibe?
I'm excited. They're the 4 that I wanted. I went to grad school at ASU, so I'm excited to have another school in the Big 12. And as much as people want to hate on Utah joining, me included, I am happy because they're a passionate fan base. I think they fit right in. You got Arizona who fits in when it comes to basketball. Colorado will be interesting just with the Deion Sanders stuff and all the drama surrounding them. I just think they're going to bring a lot of excitement to the Big 12.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Colorado coming back to the Big 12. Whenever they announced that they were going to the Pac-12, I was like, that's a mistake. Like, they shouldn't be leaving the Big 12. And what do you know? They're crawling their way back to the Big 12, right?
Austin's always right? Put it on the side of a building.
No, I'm not always right. I'm wrong, and I'm glad that I'm wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? But no, I'm also excited about Arizona State, Arizona, and Utah coming. Brittany, I have a cousin that went to grad school at Arizona State, and she recently graduated from there. So she's obviously excited about that. She also went to Tech too for undergrad. So she's excited about it. Arizona's going to be interesting. I know they've got some weird stuff going on as far as their budgeting, I guess, for their athletic programs and everything. You know, they couldn't keep Jetfish there. You know, I don't know if they couldn't afford the money or what it was, but you know, it'll be interesting to see how they kind of fare in the new conference with everything that they've got going on. But I think they'll find a way to get everything resolved over there, and they're going to be a great addition, especially their basketball team. Their basketball team is going to be really, really good, and I'm excited to see all the Arizona KU matchups here in the near future.
Oh my God, the basketball product, if it wasn't already incredible, like there's literally no equal to the Big 12 in basketball next year. None at all. I say it all the time. Big 12 basketball is what the SEC thinks they are in football. There is no games off. Everybody's great. Even TCU's good. Like, it's crazy out there. It's a jungle out there.
Hey, I mean, TCU played pretty well when they came in here and played us. I mean, if it wasn't for Ernest Uday's technical foul,
if it wasn't for that, I wonder why that happened.
Thanks for gifting us with the win, Ernest. Good to have you back, buddy.
Jeez, man. But I would say this: Utah. As somebody who was going to college at TCU during the Mountain West days, I was right there in the thick of all of that Utah business. And all these years removed, I was like, oh, Utah, that'll be fun to have that game back. And all of the internet discourse, I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's why I hate those guys. I hate those guys. They're just terrible. So let's look at the schedule for 2024 now that it's officially official, and get y'all's thoughts. When you saw this come out, what were your immediate takeaways? How are you feeling? Hit me with it.
I actually went through win-losses for it, and I ended up coming up with Kansas going 10-2. I think they got lucky when it comes to their away games. A lot of their away games are at relatively easy opponents. ASU isn't the best football school. Illinois, I think, will win that. West Virginia didn't have I mean, as great of a season as they've had in the past. I don't think BYU or Baylor have been as good as they used to be. I really think the only really difficult away game on there is Kansas State. So I think they have a decent schedule.
Don't sleep on West Virginia. I usually have a lot of West Virginia fans in the comments. They'll come and get you.
I absolutely love West Virginia. And you know what? I did trust the climb all year this past year, but I'm hoping that KU can still beat them.
That's just a tough place to play. For me, as a TCU fan, I never want to go to Morgantown. I never want to go to Stillwater. Those are the two toughest places for us to play, no matter how good either of those teams are. It's always tough. But I agree with you. Outside of that West Virginia game, I mean, Kansas State's going to be a wild game wherever it happens. And honestly, I think I'd probably rather play that in Manhattan this year than at Arrowhead if it was me personally. But outside of that West Virginia game, it is a very manageable away schedule. You agree, Austin?
Yeah, no, I think our away schedule is doable for sure. Kansas State is going to be without a doubt our biggest game on the road this season. We haven't beaten them in 15 years now, and you can tell that the team was kind of ticked off that they didn't beat Kansas State last year, and you can just tell. I mean, I don't know, it's just a feeling that I've got in me, with how that game went back in November. And with everything going on with them, I think more than anything, one of their goals this year is to beat Kansas State. And, it's interesting because now we're playing Kansas State kind of not in the middle of the season, but it's not like the last game of the regular season, right? So, that's when we normally play them. It's either the second to last or the last week of the season. And now we're playing them to the the fifth to last game of the regular season. That's the seventh game on the schedule, I believe. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting. If we win that game, then, it's going to be interesting to see how we kind of shift gears towards Iowa State, BYU, Colorado, and Baylor. Now, I think all four of those games are doable, but if we go out there to Manhattan and actually beat them, it's going to be a big challenge for our team to, turn the page and move on to that next Iowa State game. So I think Iowa State, I still think they're good. I mean, they went 7-5, 7-6, whatever it was. They got a freshman quarterback in Rocco Beck. I thought he did some nice things for them. But with the overall schedule, I really, really like it. I'm really looking forward to the two games that we're going to have at Children's Christie Park called the Sporting Kansas City. They used to host the D2 National Championship games, so they've had football there before, and I've been to sporting games so many times. And the atmosphere there is incredible. It really is. It might be a small stadium, and I know people are going to complain about that and go, "Why are we playing there? There's barely any seats there." Well, I mean, if you can sell out that place, it can get loud. It really can. And then of course with Arrowhead, I'm super excited about watching us play at Arrowhead. I mean, how cool is it that we get to play our home games there at the home of the back-to-back Super Bowl champions? I mean, not everybody gets to do that, so we've got to take advantage of that.
Man, but I'm glad you brought up that Iowa State game though, because the thing I like the most about this Kansas schedule is, well, first of all, you're missing a lot of tough teams. You don't have to play Utah. You don't have to play Oklahoma State. You don't have to play Arizona, right? A lot of these other title contenders you miss, and the tougher games on the schedule are very spaced out. But that Kansas State, Iowa State back-to-back, that's a tough one. And Brittany, I'm curious with your 10-2 prediction, was one of the losses coming in one of those two games?
I believe I had the Kansas State game. I don't remember. It might have been the West Virginia game that I had the second one as.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I'll have to look it up, but I didn't have them losing to Iowa State since it's a home game. But I think I did have them, unfortunately, losing to Kansas State again, even though I'm hoping they win, but I also didn't want to be delusional and just say that they're going to have an undefeated season. So
that is always the challenge. Yes. August Clint, you cannot talk him down from, that's always by the time I've convinced myself, these are all winnable games. We can run the table. This is the year, right? So, okay, great. So Brittany says 10-2. Austin, do you have a record prediction looking at this schedule?
I mean, I also see us going 10-2. That's what I said whenever I found out about the schedule. I mean, Kansas State, Iowa State, both of those games back to back are going to be tough, like you said. But I am scared to go to BYU. That game is probably, depending upon what time that game is played. If that's a night game,
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
We
put
saw Iowa State. We saw Iowa State go over there and beat them pretty good, right? We remember that. But I mean, that BYU game, that could be a trap game. It really could, especially if we beat Kansas State and Iowa State the week before. Don't sleep on BYU. I know they went 5-7 this past season, but I think they're only going to get better. I really like Kalani Sitake over there and some of the guys that they have on that team. So don't sleep on the BYU game.
Brittany, we have a request, a Waffles request. Is Waffles in the building?
Yes, Waffles is in the building. I'll go grab him and bring him back.
Yeah, please. I want to see him.
Perfect. Yes, we need to see Waffles. Okay. While she's doing that, Don K. He's this. I'm pretty sure Don's an Iowa State fan. He expects a 6-1 to start to the season. I agree. To me, the losses are West Virginia and either Kansas State, Iowa State. I want to say y'all win Kansas State just because the streak is unbearable. But yeah, Kansas has been one of my picks. Oh, there he is.
Waffles, say hi.
We have 2 Texas Tech fans on the video now.
Yeah, my dog on my podcast, I had him do picks from the first week I had him. And I would give him 2 colored tennis balls for whatever teams were playing. And he had an odd obsession with the Tech tennis ball. And so at this point, I've just given up. And I just let him cheer for Tech.
You got a former Tech guy in me, too. I grew up in Lubbock for quite a while, so I'm very familiar with those parts over there, but rock shot.
Say hello.
Oh, Waffles, what a celebrity. We're definitely breaking viewership records today. We've got Waffles, we've got the fog on the this is great. Okay. So any other thoughts on the season coming up?
I'm excited. I mean, when I was in college, I did part of undergrad at Iowa State, and my freshman year was 2013. was 2013, 2014, and every single year it was who was dead last, Iowa State or Kansas, and it was always whoever won that game came in second to last. And so I'm used to games and seasons where we win 1 game a season, max 2 games a season. So being able to go to bowls and even be in the running to go to the Big 12 championship is a huge deal. So I'm just excited to see that continue to progress.
Yeah, I feel you. That was these days, right?
Yep.
1 game a year, just suffering through it. But I mean, oh my God, like if Kansas makes it back to the Big 12 championship game or actually not even back, because in 2007, y'all didn't play in the Big 12 championship game, right? Yeah. Kansas makes it to the Big 12 championship game in football. I mean, all you need is a baseball team to be semi-competent. You're building up infinity stones there at that point, right?
I mean, look, if we could play Texas Southern every single game, then we'd probably go to the College World Series. But no, we actually have a decent team. We really do. They're booing the Kansas State players. Sorry.
As they should.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. My bad.
Talking about baseball. If we could get baseball to be
baseball. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We've got a good hitting team this year. Cody Sojinaga is really good. He had a pretty impressive freshman year last year. But I feel like the only problem that we're having this year is our pitching. I mean, I think our pitching's been okay, but it's just got to be consistent. And if it gets more consistent, then we could quietly make some noise. I'm not saying we're going to be top 5 or anything like that, but hey, I think we'll have a better year this year.
Fun fact, or maybe not so fun fact for this episode, TCU's first Big 12 win in all 3 of the Big 3 sports came against Kansas. All three. Even basketball. We even did it in basketball.
That's
How
painful.
did I know that? Like, I kind of knew that in the back of my mind. Like, you brought it up, and I was like, he's gonna say Kansas. And I was like,
Yeah.
I knew it.
That was my senior year. Okay, so we're gonna play a game now. It's called Teeth or No Teeth. Okay, as I'm sure you know, the Kansas Jayhawk mascot is a beautiful specimen. You know, here he is. He's got his very stylish boots, right? He's got his nice broad wing here, and he's got no teeth, right? As all birds should not. Interestingly enough, a Kansas Jayhawk is not actually a bird, right? Y'all know the history behind what a Jayhawk is?
Yeah.
Okay. Share with the people. Come on, share with the people.
Oh, did Austin cut out?
There he is.
All right, I'm back now. Sorry.
Okay, what is a Jayhawk? So people, because it's not a bird, truly.
Well, I mean, it's got a lot to do with the state of Kansas itself. You know, I mean, like, I got to remember this myself too. I've been here for 2 years now. This is my third year, so I really need to get to a point to where I have this ingrained in the back of my head, so that way when people come up to me, they're like, "What the heck's a Jayhawk?" Like, I'm like that. But right now, I'm like, yeah, you know. But I know it has something to do with the state of Kansas, and you know, it dates back all the way to the Civil War, and
Okay.
you know, there's
Yes.
that one clip where you know that woman's like, you know, we're Jayhawkers and we're proud of it, all that stuff. So I mean, but yeah, that's what I got to say right now.
Brittany,
I
do you know the
know-
story?
I don't,
Brittany,
I don't
don't
know.
make the history teacher die over here.
I know that it has to do. I know a lot of their traditions and logos have to date back to the Civil War, as Austin mentioned. Also, isn't it a combo of two different birds?
Well, yeah, so it goes back to Bleeding Kansas and the whole Missouri Compromise era, and the Jayhawks were abolitionists, right? Obviously, it'd be. Can you even imagine a college that had a pro-slavery mascot? Who would do such a thing? Yes, so that's what it goes back to. Y'all are correct. But anyway, the Jayhawk does not have any teeth, but there are several bird mascots that do have teeth in college football, right? So I'm going to see how well you know other bird mascots. We're gonna do a quiz here, and you're going to tell me teeth or no teeth, and then we will reveal if you are correct. Sound fun?
Yeah.
So, like, if I was to just like as a for instance, if I was to say Philadelphia Eagles, teeth or no teeth, you would say what? No teeth, right? Yeah, they don't have any teeth. It's just a regular eagle. But if I was to say, like, if we were talking about Iowa State's old logo from like the 2000s, you would say
Which one?
one where it's the cardinal and the tornado.
Teeth.
Teeth. Yes, exactly. Okay, so you get it, right? Okay, so a little bit of parameters here. We're only doing primary current logos because when you involve retro logos, there's just way too much variance and it's way too confusing. So you're going to notice some schools are being not included, like Air Force, because there is no bird in their logo, right? They are the Air Force Falcons, but there's no falcon present, right? These are just logos that have birds. Do they have teeth or do they not have teeth? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking about maybe trying to do this in a lightning round fashion, but I think maybe with Austin's lag, it might not work. So we'll just see how well you know things. We'll let you work together. So first up is Louisville Cardinals. Teeth or no teeth?
I almost want to say, yeah, because doesn't it like grin?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say teeth.
You're both team teeth? You are correct. The Louisville Cardinal has teeth. There he is in all of his non-anatomically correct glory. Good job. You're 1 for 1 so far. Excellent job, everybody. Okay. Now, Brittany, if you don't know this one, there's going to be a lot of questions. Iowa Hawkeyes, teeth or no teeth?
Herky has teeth.
So, but we're talking about the logo, though, not the mascot, the logo.
Oh, well, the mascot. Oh, okay. If I'm thinking of the actual.
Because you are correct. The mascot does have teeth. Yes.
Yeah, the mascot has teeth. The logo doesn't.
Austin, teeth or no teeth?
Well, the original logo doesn't have teeth, right? So, I'm gonna say no teeth.
There you go. Boom. No teeth. It's on their helmet, y'all. Come on. Yeah. It's on those Pittsburgh Steelers off-brand uniforms. Okay. Next, Ball State. The Ball State Cardinals. Teeth or no teeth?
What does their logo even look like?
It's a cardinal who is dive bombing the hapless enemies below.
I'm going to say no teeth.
So,
You're both team no teeth, and you are correct. No teeth on the Ball State Cardinal. Look at
let's
y'all.
go.
3 for 3. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Next, Boston College. Those Boston College Eagles. Home of Doug Flutie and the red bandana guy. Don K
I'm gonna go off.
Red
I'm
Flintstone.
gonna go on the hunt. I'm gonna go on the hunt here and say no teeth.
I'm going to say no teeth because I think their logo kind of looks like the Eagle logo.
Yeah, I mean it's not far off, and you are correct. No teeth. There, you got a flying eagle and a BC behind him. Okay, man, undefeated so far. Gee, all right, I'm feeling good. How about Bowling Green? The Bowling Green Falcons. Teeth or no teeth? Austin's in pain with this one.
Austin, do we just take a guess?
This one's hard. I feel like this is a trick question. I feel like this is a trick one. So I got to be careful with my decision-making process here. I'm going to say no teeth.
I'm going to say no as well, although I don't know if we're being tricked.
Boom! No teeth. Look at that. Not a tooth in sight.
Let's go.
All right, the hot streak is staying alive. Okay, Tim is insisting that beaks count as a tooth. No, Tim. We're talking about teeth plural, a mouthful of teeth. That's the barometer here. Okay, Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers. Do they have teeth?
Ooh, I like their school colors. I'm trying to think.
The teal and black, right?
Yeah, because aren't they like a chicken?
Well, a Chanticleer is a rooster, yes. So, yeah, a male chicken, yes.
Then
Midwest, you ought to know the difference.
I feel like that's a goofy mascot, so I'm gonna stick yes, teeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna say teeth too. I've seen the logo.
Teeth and a muscular arm to boot. Yes, there he is, the Chanticleer. Man, y'all are impressing me. This is going very well. Okay, Florida Atlantic Owls. Do the Florida Atlantic Owls have teeth?
Oh. I don't think in the logo because it's just the front profile of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no teeth. I don't think there's any teeth in that logo.
Again, man. And I think that's wise. Like when you think owl, you think of intelligence, wisdom, not a lot of like gritting teeth, right?
I've never seen a grinning owl.
Yeah, that talk about creepy, right? That's a bridge too far. Okay, Georgia Southern, the Georgia Southern Eagles. So I actually didn't realize updated their logo recently. But Georgia Southern, the teeth or no teeth?
No.
No, I'm gonna say no teeth.
Right again. Look at y'all. This is.
Come on, let's go.
I am in utter awe
That's too easy.
at y'all's teeth skills. Okay. So there's, you could debate whether or not this is a bird. It's the Golden Flashes, Kent State. There is a bird-esque figure in the logo. Does it have teeth, though? Kent State Golden Flashes.
Do we say yes
so.
because we haven't had many?
Yeah, I think there is teeth in that logo. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You are correct. There it is.
Let's go.
The lightning bird also has teeth, which the horrors know no bounds. Bird made of electricity and dentures. Man alive. Okay, another non-bird, but bird-esque. The Liberty Flames, Jerry Falwell Jr. University, and all of their foibles. Do they have teeth?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
Got another one. Look at that. Liberty Flames, no teeth. No teeth. Okay, this is a change in mascot. The Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. They used to be Indians, I believe. Changed to the Warhawks in 2000s, 2010s, somewhere in there. Do they have teeth, though?
No. Anything with a serious name doesn't have teeth. If it's goofy, then it has teeth, but no.
Yeah, I'm just saying no.
I think you've really keyed onto something, Brittany. I think you're right about that because you are correct about ULM. No teeth once again. We're far too serious for teeth in Monroe, Louisiana, right? That goes for the sports teams and the people. North Texas Mean Green, previously the Eagles before Mean Joe Green's tenure at North Texas State, but they still have the Eagle mascot. Does it have teeth, though?
I feel like none of the Eagle ones really do. Because they all kind of look like the Philadelphia Eagle logos.
Now you're a Texas native, Austin. You ought to know this. North Texas Mean Green.
I was gonna say, I think they got like those fangs, you know, those two big teeth on the bottom, one on the bottom, one up. I'm gonna say teeth.
Like a beak, you mean?
Well, no,
Yeah.
not a
One on the bottom, one on the top.
Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna say no teeth. No, you're right.
So you're both no teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no teeth.
And you are both correct. There are no teeth on the North Texas logo. There you go.
I thought the mouth was like, I thought it was like one of those. It's kind of like Kansas State's mascot, right? Where they've got like the mouth open. You know,
yeah, so he's got talons down here, and then the beak is up here. So I guess it kind of looked like there's an open mouth. Yeah, I could see how you could. It's like one of those things. Do you see a dog or do you see a bunny rabbit, or it's like a Rorschach test? Yeah. Okay. The South Carolina Gamecocks, an elite logo and mascot. Do they have teeth?
Ooh. I don't think so.
Ooh, this was tough. I'm gonna say no.
They're such a weird logo, but I don't think so.
You're going no, Brittany?
Mm-mm.
You are right. It has a tongue. This is the first one we've seen with a tongue, but no teeth.
I think looking at this in the past, I didn't even realize where its head was.
Right, yeah, because he's got like the feathers flying up on his neck that's extended.
Yeah, I'm so used to just seeing the C on it that I feel like you don't even really realize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's happening there?
It's like a turkey.
Okay, got two. It does, yeah. Got two more for you. Two more. Southern Miss, the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Do they have teeth? Can we stay perfect?
Eagles don't have teeth. None of these eagle ones have teeth. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I
No.
don't think I have any teeth.
And you are right. There he is. No teeth on that golden eagle. He is embezzling federal tax money from a volleyball court, though. That's probably what he's doing. Okay. And last one for you. The UTSA, Texas San Antonio Fighting Roadrunners. Do the Roadrunners have teeth? This is for the perfect record.
No, but it's a goofy logo, so it should, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna say no.
Should but doesn't. Okay, and it does not. There it is.
Yeah.
You two conquered teeth or no teeth. 16-0. Put the banner up in the fog. Oh my God! Like I bow before y'all. That's
Yeah. We got some banners over here, and up there we got banners right there. You know.
Throw a teeth or no teeth banner up there, man.
I'll see what I can do. If I can find the appropriate people here that set that stuff up, I'll see what I can do.
You are in the vicinity of the sports information director. You just need to pass the word along. Listen, 2 Jayhawks, just one teeth or no teeth undefeated record. It's the same in college history. Okay, so thanks y'all so much for hanging out and playing around. Any final thoughts before I let y'all plug your stuff?
No, I'm just excited. I'm excited for the season, for the football season. I don't want basketball season to be over because I love basketball, but I also am excited for what the future holds for them.
Yeah, I think this year we have a chance to do something very, very special, and it could be better than what we saw back in 2007. I'm not saying we're going to win 13 games. Hi, Waffles. Sorry, I got your waffles. You're distracting me in a good way. In a good way. But no, I think we're in for a special year. Just given what's going on with the team and the returning pieces that we have, and the new additions too that we have to the coaching staff. You know, we made some changes just because we lost some guys, but Leipold's done a pretty good job of replacing the guys that we lost over the off season, and I'm obviously very confident in every decision, every move that he makes, even though KU Twitter likes to freak out when a coach leaves or something like that. But listen, Leipold's been coaching for a very long time, and people seem to forget every now and then he won 6 national titles at Wisconsin Whitewater. I mean, I know it's Division III, but I mean, if
national title is a national title.
If you're winning, if you're winning that many national championships, it doesn't matter what level. I mean, you are a fantastic head football coach, and obviously Travis Goff, landed a gym with him, and it's, he's definitely made my college experience so enjoyable. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about it. And I know I can get a little annoying about it, but I don't really care. I think we're in for a special year as long as Jalen stays healthy. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. It's going to be a great year. He's, Jalen, as long as he stays healthy, he's going to be a Heisman candidate, in my opinion. We've got one of the best running backs in the Big 12, Devin Neal, an underrated wide receiver group, and a defense that has continued to get better. I think I actually said that not too long ago on my Twitter at some point. But yeah, I mean, we've got the team, we've got the coaching staff, and we've got the fan support to do something pretty special this upcoming season. So I'm excited to see how spring ball goes. I'm going to be curious to see how it goes for Jalen. I know he's, working his way back into things and such, but I'm excited about next season.
Well said, well said. Well, y'all, this is not hyperbole. We actually did set a new viewer record for this show today. So my hat is off to y'all. Thank you so much. I give all the credit to Waffles. All the credit to Waffles. But let's take some time, y'all. Tell the people where they can find you, where they need to follow you. Let them know.
My Twitter is, I don't know if they can see my name up on here. Oh my God, you actually put Twitter celebrity. Brittany with 2 I's, 2 Y's, and Rose with 2 E's. Waffles also has a Twitter at Waffles Reckham, so you can follow him too.
I need to follow Waffles. Oh my God. Go ahead, Austin.
Well, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Austin T. Eckert. You can also follow me on Instagram too at Austin.Eckert. So feel free to follow me on social platforms. That's all I've got for a plug. I'm super excited about calling this game tonight. Senior night, rivalry game, and it doesn't get any better than this. My buddy, or my broadcasting partner, calling the game with me tonight. It's going to be his last KU basketball broadcast. And it's going to be exciting for him. It's going to be a little emotional for me because I've done so many games with this guy. He's also the voice of KU baseball. Shout out to Gus Balo. That's his name. Feel free to follow him too. He's great at what he does, and I'm super excited about that. We've got about an hour until tip. I went to Manhattan back in February. Oh, it did not go well. I hated every single moment of that trip. I wish I had just stayed home. I wish I had just stayed here. But I'm expecting a great game tonight, so sure to tune in for that. It'll be on ESPN.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you all so much again. This has been The Biggest 12 with Clint Foster. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe to the show. Why haven't you done it yet? There's so many of y'all that I know don't subscribe. Now's your moment to do it. We do this every Tuesday, all right? Every Tuesday this offseason, we're talking about a different team, and then we're going to have a lot more fun stuff for you the rest of this offseason. So subscribe at Big 12 VOCFB. There it is. Share it with all your friends and family. There's also other great shows besides the Biggest 12 here on this channel. You don't want to miss any of them. It's all Big 12, all the time. That's the conference that we love and we cherish in our hearts, right? Please do follow me on Twitter if you don't already, at Clint_Foster55, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Clint Foster Comedy. Gonna have a new video for you during spring break. I promise, for those of you not attending school, that is this next week. I will not have as many things to grade and as many lessons to plan, so I promise I will put something on video for you, and it will make you laugh. So please do that for me. Thank you again. Have a great week. I hope you're not standing in line to vote anymore while you're watching the show. Go Big 12, and I hope your team wins. Have a good week.